this whole summer. I haven't reviewed a movie since X-Men, or Green Lantern actually was the last one. So I'm back, and I'm here to review movies. And let me tell you about the summer. If you think that it sucks, well, you're actually right. So this is how it's going to work. I'm going to tell you a movie that I saw in the summer, and then I'm just going to give it a rating and tell you why I didn't like it and why I liked it, and that's it. Now I'm not going to go into the plots and stories and into all that stuff because you should have seen these movies, and if you didn't, well, maybe you should skip some of them, because I'm going to tell you which ones you should skip and not see, and you should be happy with that you didn't see, and tell you which ones were actually a surprise. Now I'm not going to talk about every single movie that came out in the summer. I'm only going to talk about these 3 or 4 because these are the ones that stuck out to me. Now let's talk about Harry Potter, the last one, Deathly Hallows, Part 2, whatever the hell it's called. I'm so happy this series is over. I am not a Harry Potter fan at all, and when this movie ended, I was actually happy because I realized no more Harry Potters, and I wasn't even going to watch it. But I saw it because it was the last one, and I was like, going to celebrate it, kind of. And you know what? This movie was okay, but the problem with it was Voldemort wasn't as cool as I thought he was going to be, and he just wasn't that strong. He wasn't that cool of a villain. I don't get how this guy is #1 in some people's lists. I've seen on AOL's top 25 villains that this guy's #1, beating the Joker, Freddy Krueger, Michael Myers, all the coolest villains he beats. But when I see him, I don't get scared. I don't think he's that great. I mean, he's okay, but he's not top 10 material at all. No. So now let's start off with Bad Teacher, which I thought was the best, worst movie of the summer that I saw. It had no likable characters. Justin Timberlake is a terrible actor in this movie. He's just so bland and boring. Cameron Diaz is just, you can't root for her. You can't root for anybody because nobody's really likable. Also, Bad Teacher trying to copy off of Bad Santa, but it didn't do as good of a job. Bad Santa was actually done really well by Billy Bob Thornton, not done here so well by Cameron Diaz, who I don't think is that bad of an actress, but in this movie, she didn't do well. I'm going to talk about 30 Minutes or Less. This was the movie I was looking forward to the most in summer because it looked hilarious. I thought it was going to be so funny. And once again, it disappointed me. It was kind of funny, but I would give this movie a 6.5 out of 10 because there's a lot of stuff that at the end is not answered. This movie should have been longer, and it was kind of funny, but it wasn't as funny as I expected. Plus, Jesse Eisenberg, he just wasn't as funny as Aziz Ansari and the other guys, Danny McBride and Nick Swartzen. And I thought that Nick Swartzen was hilarious in this movie, and I just did not expect that from him. I mean, he should have been given more time. Him and Danny McBride were the funny guys. Jesse Eisenberg wasn't that funny. Aziz Ansari was just funny like he always is. But 30 Minutes or Less wasn't that funny. I thought it was going to be better, and the plot was just retarded, I thought. Best movie of the summer for me, Rise of the Planet of the Apes. And I am so shocked by this. I thought this was going to be the worst movie of the summer, but it actually turned out to be the best. And the reason why this one was so good was because James Franco played a great role. The monkeys were memorable. They did great things, but the only thing I didn't like was I would like to see the monkeys kill more people and destroy more things. I don't think that happened enough. And I also didn't like that the monkeys didn't talk as much as they do in Planet of the Apes. I understand they're evolving and stuff, but I thought they could have talked a little bit more than just saying no. But yeah, everything about this movie was pretty interesting, kept you on the edge of your seat, was a good thriller, and you know what's going to happen in the end, but you like to see the build-up, and the build-up in this movie pays off. 8 out of 10, the best movie of the summer. Such a surprise for me, because I thought the other movies that I named were going to be better, not Harry Potter, but I thought 30 Minutes or Less was going to be better. Even though it's a comedy, I don't look at movies in terms of categories. I look at movies in terms of how good they are, and I thought that 30 Minutes or Less would make me laugh a lot, but this movie, Rise of the Planet of the Apes, had everything. It was funny, it had romance, it had every single thing you look for in a movie. It had a good plot, good acting by James Franco, and even good acting by a CGI monkey. Who would have thought a CGI monkey had good acting in this movie? So, remember this, the movie critic is back. I am going to a movie this Friday called Moneyball. Come back on Friday and tell me your thoughts about Moneyball, and also tell me your thoughts about the summer 2011 movies that I talked about, and tell me which one you thought I should have reviewed that I left out.